Hello, everyone. This is week number 24 of my 52-week challenge to do a LinkedIn live stream every single week. I'm here with my good friend Vincent Nguyen. How are you doing today, Vincent?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Looks like where are you hanging out right now? Looks pretty nice back out there.
Um, in my new apartment in LA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just got finished working out. How's San Diego right now?
Yeah. If you can't tell, I'm in a hotel room. So this is probably like the fourth or fifth live I've done in a hotel room because I've been traveling. Yeah, San Diego's great. Went to two taco places today. Getting more Mexican food tomorrow, and then we spent some time at the beach. So um, yeah, it's been great.
Did you fly in today or last night?
Flew in yesterday afternoon. So was able to
Oh,
have dinner with a friend, and then ironically, he flew back to the Bay Area this morning. So uh, it was just at least we got to meet up there.
when are you visiting me, huh? It's only like a,
Oh,
a 2-hour drive.
it's a 2 hour drive, but our schedule's full. You know us. We'll visit you
Yeah,
soon.
sounds good.
Yeah. So yeah, today we'll be talking about career development and embracing challenges. Uh, I think both of us, and Vince, I'll let you share first. We've gone through a lot in our career, and so Vincent, you want to go first and share a little bit about who you are and kind of your career path?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you for inviting me on to the show. But first and foremost, I want to say that everything I say in this podcast are strictly views of my own and do not reflect the views of the U.S. the U.S. government, the Department of Defense, and the United States Air and Space Force. And so any companies I mention by name is strictly used for the purpose of this podcast and should not be implied as endorsement. All right, so with that, being said, I met Steven here 4 years ago.
Yeah,
Um,
I think so.
yeah, we worked at the same company at Lockheed Martin. I moved to Sunnyvale December 2016. And I met Steven at, so we were part of this Asian American ERG, Employee Resource Group. Uh, it's basically the company gives funds for extracurricular events besides work. And so our group was used to network and to have fun. And yeah, and I met Steven there. He was currently a mentoring coacher of the group, right?
Yep.
And then you later rose up the ranks to chair, Sunnyvale chair, and then nationwide pan chair. Um, but yeah, so that's how I met you. And then as for my career, I was born and raised in Seattle. I moved to New York for a year in 2016 to work for Lockheed. And then I moved to Sunnyvale in 2016, 2017. And then I worked there for 4.5 years. And then I moved to LA here to work for the Space Force.
Yeah, it was absolute pleasure getting to know you over the past 4 or 5 years. I remember meeting you at one of our first CAN events there, and just
Yeah, yeah,
building up that
yeah,
friendship over
yeah.
time. I was supposed to have another guest on, Alan Duong. He's we met through the same mutual group here. Unfortunately, he had a little climbing accident today, so he's at the urgent care. But he'll try to join a little late, and but hope has a quick recovery
Yes.
there. But Vincent, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of drove your decision to leave Lockheed, leave basically a corporate corporate job, and then moving on to be in the military in the Space Force?
Yeah. So one of the main reasons is, like space is my passion, right? And then also, I'm not sure if you know this, but my parents, after the Vietnam War, they were like immigrant refugees. So they fled Vietnam, and I, felt a calling to someday, give back to the country that gave everything to my family. And so that's part of the reason. And then another reason is Since the Space Force is so new, I wanted to embrace the challenge of building this new service from the ground up and to just set a positive path for the service, like for the future, since the sky is literally not the limit for us.
Yeah, I like that. That's why, going to space, that's even more beyond beyond the sky. And I really wanted Alan to be on here because I wanted to hear his side. He joined the military before he went to college. Did his tour of duty and everything. I believe he went to Afghanistan, did a tour there, and then he went to school, started working, got his MBA, or he's working on his MBA. So it'll be cool just to hear his aspect. So I'll ask him that if he ends up joining there. So Vincent, just want to get your opinion here. Why is career development important, right? Why is it important to move around, do different jobs? You made a big shift over to join the military and the Space Force. I just want to hear your opinion here. Why is career development important?
Yeah, that's it's super important in your professional career, but also in your like personal life too. You grow through the experiences and through the trial and error of everything you do in your life. And so once you start just embracing risk and just accepting any challenge and to just put in the work, pay your dues. That's one of my life mottos, is to just pay your dues and to trust the process. Yeah, you will grow exponentially, like from everything you've done, you've learned. Everything up to that point will help you propel you upwards to even more unrealistic, more unimaginable things.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Before I add on to that, just want to highlight Kenneth Dunner here. Really appreciate your positive comments here. Really appreciate the comment. And yeah, that's what he always says, Vincent. I know you're new to my live streams here, but yeah, that's what Kenneth says. Scrumptiously, deliciously, edibly tasty good to me. So I had a lot of scrumptiously, deliciously, edibly tasty food today, and I'll share that with you later, Vincent.
Sounds good.
But yeah, I agree with you there. Sort of my belief with your job and your career is, if you feel bored, if you feel like you're not growing anymore, it's time to do something different, right? There's no point just to sit there and hope things change around you. You have to be the one who makes that change. You have to be the one to take that initiative. Yes, we have mentors, we have people who can help us and guide us, but it's up to you to make that decision, to apply for that job, to network with a specific person, to reach out for all those opportunities.
Right.
Yeah, and
right. To go out of your comfort zone and to just embrace the fear, right? I remember watching one of your LinkedIn videos about fear, and that just really hit home, because fear is bad, but fear is also good, for growth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a little bit, about embracing fear. I just want to share my kind of my career development. I've been at Lockheed for 7.5 years, and I've had 5 different jobs within those 7.5 years. It really helped that I got into a leadership development rotation program, which allowed me to freely move around and do all these different positions. But in every single position, we talked a little bit about fear. It's brand new. Every single job was different. It was in a different program. I was doing different work. And I'll talk a little bit about my satellite job, where I worked in mission control. I had no aerospace background at all. I had no experience in propulsion or satellites, and I mean, I had fear. I definitely faced that imposter syndrome, as you can call it, and I just felt like I'm sitting here at this console, and people are relying on me to make the right decision, and I don't know if I'm worthy for that. Right? There's that fear, and if I screw up, I mean, it's $1 billion plus satellite that's going to be affected here. But I think it's just, I learned a lot through that experience. Especially in that job where I was brand new to that position, having no background at all, just asking a lot of questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and that's the best way, I think, to learn.
Yep. Yeah. It's all teamwork. It's not just one person. We all lean on each other. It's not just one person. It's a whole team for one mission. And yeah. And what's funny is, the satellite you worked on, I may potentially be the operator for in the future.
Hey, it's funny how things work out that way. So yeah, let me know if you need any tips. Maybe I should go back to that job and tell you what to do. So, yeah, just want to highlight Kenneth here. Hey, really appreciate your engagement here, and it's great to see you've been in the same company for 33 years, but you've been able to grow and do different positions. So that's even if you're in the same company, there's so many opportunities to grow. Vincent, the next thing I want to talk about, and we started hinting at it. We should embrace fear. We should embrace challenges. You want to add on to that? Like, why should we be open to embracing challenges? It's definitely very, very hard and very daunting.
Yeah. So we spoke about this offline, but it was about skydiving. Like I relate fear, the feeling of fear, to skydiving. So I'm gonna give you a quick analogy. So when you are on the plane, right, and you are, about to take off, there's like that fear. It's like, oh shoot, you're gonna be in the air. You'll be flying in the air for 10, 15 minutes, right? And then there will be a 55-second drop. So during that 10, 15-minute flight up, at least the first few times I jumped, there was definitely fear building up. It was like a fear climax, right? So like once you're at 13,000 feet, they open the door and you can hear the rush of the air because the jet is going 120 miles per hour forward. And so there's a ton of air that's just going by, right? And so as you look down at the ground from the jet, it's a high drop. And so that feeling of fear is at its strongest. But when it's at its strongest, there's not much up there that can hurt you, right? It's only right when you hit the ground is when the most danger is present. So there's this one Will Smith quote. He was like, the point of maximum fear is a point of minimum danger, or something like that. But what he was trying to allude at is when you're up there, there's no reason for you to be afraid. And so once you get that mindset out of the way, like you just embrace the fear and just enjoy the view, enjoy the free fall. It's very empowering. It's very insightful just to see the slight curvature of the earth, just to gain a whole new perspective on the whole, on your area, but as well as the whole earth. It's like we're all in this together, on this one giant rock, and it's just very enlightening just to feel that energy as you're free falling. So once you get past the point of fear, that's when you'll start growing and start appreciating life more. Like you'll start living more. So that's my 2 cents on fear.
I really like what you said. It's all about perspective, right? You talk about the whole buildup of fear. You're in the plane, you're taking off, you get to your cruising altitude, the door opens, and just all this, the fear just kind of builds up. But it's all about perspective, because this is the first time you're viewing the earth from that point of view. This is the first time you get to experience a certain emotion and sensation of free falling. And I really, really like that. So I know you give me a hard time about not going skydiving, but I think that definitely helps a little bit, right? Because of course we fill our mind up with all these negative thoughts. It's like, oh, the things could go wrong, but I think you got to look at the positive side, right? Like, what can I take out of this experience as well? And I want to have like Kenneth's comment here. Maybe Vincent, you can convince him to do another skydive again. But I think that having that perspective really, really helps.
Yes, for sure. And just watching your past video on fear really captures the essence of what I just said too. So thank you for just putting that out there and just being an overall career life coach for everyone of your followers. You're what, 8,000 followers now?
I hit 8,000 early in the year. I think I'm at like 83 or so, 8,300 or so right now.
Wow, Mr. Engineer, Project Manager, and LinkedIn career coach.
Yeah,
Not
no, I
bad.
appreciate it, and
Not bad.
I want to use a similar analogy. Not skydiving, but with just posting content on LinkedIn. I went through the same fear as well. When back in 2018, I said, "Hey, I want to do videos every single week." I had the first video filmed, and it was just, I was like, "Oh, I just got it out real quick." Definitely had a little bit of fear there, and just waiting to upload it, and just opening my browser, uploading the video, and then just that last step of hitting upload. It just took me a lot of, I don't know what the word is, but just I had to get over that hump to press
Yeah,
that button,
yeah,
because I'm just thinking of the worst things that can happen. People are going to judge me. I wasn't even worried about like the video itself. I was just worried about the response to it. And I think the same thing there. You just think about the perspective, because for a lot of people who are scared about posting on LinkedIn because they think they have nothing to share or they don't have value to share. Just think about we all have unique experiences. So
right.
by posting
Yeah.
about it, sharing your experiences, whether it's a positive win or it's a failure or a challenge you overcame, just share it, and a lot of people will resonate with that. So I just want to tie back again to that point you made. It's all about perspective. So don't think about the negative things that could happen. Think about the positive things, and the community you can bring, the support you can bring with your post as well.
Yeah, and just to build on that, do you regret uploading that first video? No, right? Because it
I
opened
did
so many
not,
doors for
absolutely not.
you.
Yeah,
Right. So past, if you go past the fear, so many doors will open for you. Like like for you, you've gotten to know more people than I've ever known and will ever know. So just like once you get that fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of anything out of the way, uh, the sky's not the limit. There are endless, there's endless potential, endless everything.
yeah, I really, really appreciate that, and yeah, it's like I said earlier, I don't regret it at all. It was definitely a very fearful moment, but I'm really glad I did and didn't quit by 52-week challenge. And I mean,
Yes.
even for you, I know you've gone skydiving a lot, and then now you're flying planes, and I see your videos. You're doing like rolls and flips and things like that. And I mean, you wouldn't be able to do that unless you got over that fear of going skydiving.
Hmm. Right. So that's like the main takeaway for this. It's just like you just gotta embrace fear. Don't fight it. Fear should not be your enemy.
And then, Vincent, you want to share, or, do you have any other examples of challenges that you took on, and what came out of those, after you took on those challenges?
Um, in my professional career or just in life in
Personal,
general?
professional, anything.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, this is a little personal, but when I was growing up, at least when I was little, we didn't really have much. Uh, we were on assistance for a while, um, but just seeing my parents get over that hump, right? Just that major life challenge of them raising the family, them trying to, work two jobs. Uh, that really set my mindset as well as the foundation for me to do bigger and better things. Sorry if you hear a truck coming by. Um, anyways, yeah. So that just set the mindset for me for any challenge I take. It's been my mindset, for the past 26 years I've been alive, is to just push through, pay your dues. Right, that's one motto, and then trust the process. That's the second motto. The third one is the sky's not the limit, and then the fourth motto is take the risk or lose a chance. But anyways, as for a particular challenge, I guess the one that I can easily think about is my time at OTS, Officer Training School. That's basically officer boot camp for the Air Force. Uh, they really put you to the test in terms of your character, your mental toughness, your physical toughness, as well as your psychological toughness. Right. They scream and yell at you. They make you wake up at 4:30 in the morning every single day. They make you sleep at 10 p.m. every single day, even on weekends. And they make you eat your meals in like eight minutes, and that's including getting your food. So, and then just marching and PTing in the Alabama scorching heat. That was just all one giant challenge, right? But there were two takeaways. So the first one is to embrace challenge, to live in the moment. But then the second one is teamwork, to rely on your teammates. It's not just about you. If you want to go far, you need the help of others. Yeah. Uh, the addition of team members. What's the term? It's like when you add four people together, it's not four. It's like an exponential increase, compound. I don't know what the term is, but if you put a team of four together and they work towards a common mission, their input is worth more than four people. It's it's teamwork. I would not be here, like without you, without my coworkers over at Lockheed, without my fellow airmen in the Air Force, and like most of all, I would not be here without my family. So it's all one giant group, going towards a common goal, which is to be successful and to be happy in life, right? That's all we want. I'm not
Yeah,
sure if that answers your question.
no,
Sorry
no,
if I
it's
rambled on.
good. No, it's good. Thanks for sharing that personal story. I want to touch on two things you said. You talked about your parents immigrating to the U.S. and having to be on assistance. And I think especially for people, or for us, and then people who have parents that immigrated to the U.S., they worked hard, so you don't have to work as hard as they did, right? To provide a living, they gave you the opportunity. So whatever opportunity you have come your way, go take it, because your parents, your previous generation, worked hard to get to where they are today, and then you get to add on to that as well. And the second point is, I mean, teamwork. Absolutely. You're doing the OTS training. You're there with dozens of people, maybe 100 people. Everyone's in it together, right? So if you're thinking about quitting, you got people on your left, on your right, front, behind. You can't let them down as well. So whenever
Exactly.
you face a challenging time, it's okay to speak up and say, "Hey, I need help on this." And then you have a teammates that are able to help you with that. Even with skydiving, right? I think it's definitely hard doing something by yourself. If you bring a friend with you, you have accountability partner to help you with that as well.
Yeah. So there's this unspoken rule, kind of. When you jump, you should always have a buddy. I mean, sure, people jump solo, but it's always good to have a jump buddy just in case.
Yep,
But
I
yeah,
agree there.
life's a team mission.
Yeah,
And just as a side note, like thanks to you've helped me personally on a lot of things. You've helped me go to that trip to DC twice. So yeah, it's just without people like you, I would not have been able to experience more of what the company offered, as well as to meet people through you, because you are the networking guru. So yeah, it's just people like you who lift people like me up, and I hope to pay it forward, to others. I want you to know that your effort, I will try to pass it on. It's not just you spreading your word. It'll be like you spreading it to me, like, and then me spreading it to another person, and then that person, on and on. So just know it's like a spider web. It's not just you.
Yeah.
Is that the right analogy, or is? Yeah, but
I really appreciate that. Appreciate that, Vincent. So I'm glad to call you my friend. We've gone through a lot of experiences together, so I really appreciate your comments there. And just want to to say thank you everyone for watching the live stream here. Make sure you connect with Vincent. I'm going to drop his LinkedIn here in the comments, so make sure to connect with him there. Vincent, is there anything upcoming that you're working on that you want to share with the audience? How do you want people to connect and reach out to you?
Sure. Yeah. Well, okay. First off, I want to tell everyone, Stephen may be an engineer, project manager, and LinkedIn career coach, but he's also a very good basketball player. But with that being said, I did beat him once, and I will never let him live that down. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing, what I have planned, yeah, just so my plan, at least for this year, I've set some personal goals that I won't, like tell too much in detail, but I plan on growing professionally in the military, but as well as personally. And so with that, I plan on looking into PhD programs, but then also going to military tech school for undergraduate space training. So that will be a good option. But yeah, it's just for me, I'm looking to continually grow. I may not be good at many things, but I like to say my willingness to learn and grow is my main strength. But with that, I just plan on enjoying my life here in Los Angeles. I do miss people like you in the Bay Area. Yeah, that's all I have planned out right now. How about you, Stephen? What are your goals for this year?
Yeah, thanks for sharing. I do admire your growth mindset, right? I mean, you're going for a PhD. You're looking to grow in your military career that you just started just last year. So I really admire your that mindset, and that rubs off on me as well, right? Because you're sharing all the stories earlier about how I was able to help you, but now seeing you grow is just like it gives me inspiration to continue to grow as well. So yeah, I'll share kind of my future goals here. Just continuing to grow in my career as a project manager. Looking to get a promotion sometime this year at Lockheed. With my LinkedIn live stream, this is number 24. So I'm almost at that halfway point. So I still, that's my major goal this year. And then now, as you can see, I'm in a hotel room, looking forward to traveling a lot more here. So for the rest of the year, and as we get to the latter half of the year, just thinking about what do I want to do in 2022. Do I want to continue with the weekly LinkedIn live streams? Is there something else I want to do? Just looking for different ways to continue to grow. And I've grown a lot with these live streams. It's a lot different than just doing a weekly video. Coordinating, bringing on guests, improving my interviewing skills and podcasting skills. That's definitely grown a lot, and just looking forward to continue to grow with this as well. And Vincent, just want to highlight this comment here from Kenneth. So thank you for sharing that. And you got a fan here, Vincent.
Aw, thanks, Kenneth. But yeah, Stephen, yeah, thank you for all that you do, and it's been an honor to see you grow these past 4 years, but then also to help you along your LinkedIn journey. Yeah, thank you for including me in. And if there's anything you need from me, just let me know. If you want to lose again to me at like basketball, just let me know too. I am always willing to help you out.
We'll schedule that. And I just want to point out one thing, Vincent. I really appreciate your support early on in my 52-week challenge journey. I don't know if you remember this, but in 2018, I posted videos every Monday morning. But there were times where I had like internet issues at home, so I'm just like, you know what, screw it, I'm going to upload it tomorrow because I got to go to work. And Monday morning, I go into work, I get an IM from Vincent saying, "Hey, where's your video?" And I say, "Hey, sorry, I got internet problems." So Vincent, I appreciate you holding me accountable for my first 52-week challenge, and that got me to where I am today. So I do appreciate that.
I do remember bugging you every single Monday morning.
So Vincent, hang on for a little bit, but I just want to say thank you everyone for joining the live stream, and especially thank you so much to my good friend here, Vincent, for sharing your career journey, talking about the challenges. And I just really like the 4 models you shared about, pay your dues, work hard, sky's not the limit, and go ahead and take risks in your career, because that's the best way to learn. I hope I summarized that perfectly there.
Yes.
All right, thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And forgot to mention, next week is my 25th consecutive LinkedIn Live on Friday, and I'm going to do a 25th episode special where I'm going to invite everyone I've had a live stream with earlier in the year, all on a single live stream. So we'll see if we can break LinkedIn Live with too many people here. So we'll see what happens next week.
I'm down.
Yeah, and just highlighting a couple comments here. Hey, Valerie, it's okay. We're wrapping up here, but you can always watch the replay. Valerie's in LA, so whenever I'm in LA, I'm going to meet up with you, Valerie, and also meet up with Vincent.
There you go. Get 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yep. And then Carl was on my live stream, I believe, in February. So appreciate your comments, and this was definitely a fun discussion, just having it with a really good friend here. All right. Thank you, everyone, and talk to you all next week for my 25th LinkedIn Live special. So, Vincent, hang on for a little bit. We'll chat a little bit after this. Have a good one, everyone.